Welcome to this pension briefing for all employees of Newbury Investments. The information in this short video is applicable for anyone employed by Newbury Investments UK Limited and its subsidiaries. A pension is a tax-efficient way of saving for your retirement and is made up from contributions that you make personally, along with the contributions that your employer makes. These will be invested in your own personal retirement pot for your future. If you are over the age of 22 and are earning above the minimum earnings threshold, as your employer, we automatically enrol you into the pension scheme. To join the scheme, you don't need to do anything. You'll become a member of the scheme the month after joining the company. However, should you want to, you can opt out with a refund in the first 30 days. The Newbury Investments pension is what's known as a defined contribution scheme, which means for the duration of your employment, the pension contributions you and your employer make are invested in a pension pot or retirement account fund. Your pension contributions are invested on your behalf, and it's these investments that will provide you with an income or sum of money after you choose to retire. As we've already mentioned, contributions to your pension pot are made up from what you pay in, which is automatically deducted from your monthly pay, and what your employer pays in. Your employer will match your own personal contributions up to a maximum of 6% of your annual salary. The minimum amount you must personally contribute is 4.5% of your basic salary, and your employer will also pay 4.5%. So, for example, if you choose to personally contribute 6% of your salary to your pension, your employer will also pay 6%. To see how this works in practice, let's meet Jane. Jane's basic salary is £23,000. Jane has chosen to contribute 4.5% of her salary to her pension. So that's a monthly contribution of £86.25. As the government encourages all employees to save for their retirement, they also contribute to your pension by reducing the amount of income tax payable on pension savings, known as tax relief. By adjusting Jane's monthly contribution to account for tax relief, the amount paid from her take-home pay reduces to £69. Her employer matches her contribution, so the total monthly contribution to Jane's pension is £172.50. In other words, it's only cost Jane £69, but she has gained £103.50 of pension contributions made up from her employer's contribution and tax relief. In addition, your employer may operate a pension salary exchange scheme, which reduces the amount of national insurance payable on pension contributions, so your monthly pension savings could be even higher. And the earlier you start saving for your retirement, the longer you have to build your pension pot. If Jane started saving for her retirement from the age of 22, based on an annual investment growth assumption of 4%, her pension pot could be worth over £85,000 if she chose to retire at 65. However, if Jane didn't start saving until she was 35, at 65 her pension pot may only be worth around £57,000. So, considerably less than if Jane had been saving for her retirement for a longer period of time. Once you have committed to saving for your retirement with the Newbury Investments DC pension scheme, you have two choices of where and how to invest your retirement pot. You can either choose your own investments, known as self-select, or one of the lifestyle options. However, if you don't feel confident in making investment decisions, you will be invested in what's called the default strategy investment that's been set up by the pensions trustee. This default strategy is designed to look after an individual's investments and pension fund during their working lives and as they progress towards their retirement age. The default is split into two clear phases of investment strategy. The first phase covers most of your career while you're earning. During this period, your pension fund and contributions are invested where risks might be slightly higher, but where returns may be greater, so that the growth potential of your pension investments are enhanced, but not guaranteed. In the final 8 years before you reach your planned retirement age, the scheme moves to its second phase, whereby the investment strategy automatically switches to lower risk investments to protect the value of the pension pot, which has already been built up. By the time you reach your retirement age, 75% of your pension pot will be invested in a lower risk retirement income fund, with the remaining 25% invested in cash and money markets. The performance of all investments is closely monitored by the pension trustee. From time to time, they might alter the default investment strategy accordingly to ensure it remains suitable for the majority of members. When you are ready to retire, you have 3 available options when choosing how to access your retirement fund. Option 1. Take all the money out of your pension pot in one lump sum. Option 2. Take smaller sums periodically, as and when you need them. Option 3. Use the pension pot to buy something called an annuity, which is an insurance policy that pays a guaranteed monthly income until you die. Currently, the minimum age that you can take your pension pot is 55, regardless of whether or not you choose to carry on working. Also, the government allows the first 25% of a pension pot to be taken as tax-free cash. Now let's take a look at the 3 options in more detail. Option 1. Whilst taking the whole pension as a lump sum and getting 25% of it tax-free might sound very appealing, remember that tax is payable on the remaining 75% and would likely be due at a higher rate. Also, there would be nothing left in the pension fund, so no means of a regular source of income that the other options offer. Option 2. Drawing down sums of money as and when required is a flexible way to access your money, but you need to plan carefully to ensure you don't run out of cash later in your retirement. Unlike option 1, 25% of the pension pot can be taken tax-free, but tax is due on the drawdown sums taken thereafter. Should you want to take this option, you would have to transfer the funds to a new scheme, which allows the flexibility of being able to draw cash down as and when you need it. Option 3. In order to provide more certainty, you may choose to use the pension pot to purchase an annuity with an insurance company, which will give a guaranteed income for the rest of your life. Tax on this income is deducted automatically by the annuity provider. Also, being a member of the Newbury Investments DC pension scheme offers additional life cover benefits. In the unfortunate event that you should die whilst employed, then through an expression of wish, your chosen beneficiaries at the discretion of the trustees would receive a cash lump sum based on the insurance provided by your employer. Some employees may also have additional insurance benefits specific to their employer, so you should refer to your employer's scheme handbook to check what additional cover you may be entitled to. And should you no longer be working for us at the time of your death, your beneficiaries would be entitled to the full value of your retirement account. To ensure your instructions are current and up to date, you should complete an expression of wish form, which informs the trustee of the pension what to do in the event of your death, and who are your nominated beneficiaries for consideration. It will ensure any lump sum paid out is free from inheritance tax, and your wishes will be taken into account. If you have not completed a form, you need to do so. They are available from the Pension and Payroll Department. Additionally, you should keep your expression of wish updated on a regular basis to ensure the trustee is aware of your current wishes, especially if any of your personal circumstances change, for example, getting married. You can see how your pension is performing with your annual statement, but for more up-to-date information, you can log into the scheme's website OneView, which is run by our pension administrator partner, Mercer. Once on the site, you can see your current fund value, use the tools on the site to see the impact of adjusting your contributions, and even your retirement age. If you don't have a login, you can call them to obtain one. Their number is 0330 808 9587. And should you leave prior to retirement age and join another employer, you have 2 options. Option 1. You can leave the scheme and transfer the value of your Newbury Investments DC pension pot into your new employer's scheme or to another suitable pension arrangement. Option 2. You can become a deferred member of the scheme and simply leave your retirement pot invested where it is until you are ready to take your benefits. It's entirely up to you. It's your money. But before making any decisions, you should consider seeking independent financial advice. We are here to help you get the most out of being a member of the Newbury Investments DC pension scheme. However, the Pension and Payroll Department is not permitted to give you financial advice. If you have any questions about the scheme, you should speak to your pension and payroll department of your respective company in the first instance. Or you can email the scheme administrator directly, newburyinvestments.adm@mercer.com. Or telephone 0330 808 9587. Please refer to your employer's scheme guide and the investment guide for detailed information. The trust deed and rules will always take precedence. Thank you for watching, and remember, taking action now to look after your financial future is going to give you a retirement to look forward to.